Right, so it's the 15th of March. Recording wise, I've not done very well the last couple of days slash week, but there's not really been a lot to record. So the other day I was painted the V-berth, and then I got the paint on most of the walls and stuff where I could reach easily. And then while I had it all out, I decided I was going to sand down the bulkhead, I think that's what it's called. The wooden part in between the head and the V-berth, and I knew it was just going to turn into a massive job, and it did. And then I got so far into it and I couldn't get some of the varnish off, so I went to go buy some paint stripper, and that was really expensive and didn't do that good a job anyway. And then in doing all of that, I just got dust everywhere, sand everywhere. Then I had to start some boat work this week, so I'm actually renovating kind of a deck on a boat, and then I've just found out today he wants me to do the inside, but I'm doing it fairly cheap. And I'm going to make sure I take the batteries for the GoPro tomorrow with me, because I did take the GoPro both days, but both times forgot to take the backup batteries and the GoPro was flat. So I'll be able to show you like the work I've done on that and stuff. But yeah, it gets to like the middle of the month and I tend to find like money gets quite low, and then I try and throw myself into just doing work on the boat to like pass the time, because there's not much else I can be doing. So while there's not a lot I can be doing, it's best just to do some jobs on the boat. I also went to a networking sort of thing the other day where I might be able to sell some boat trips, definitely by the end of the month, but in order to do that I need to get the boat deck at least looking a lot better than it does, and I should probably get like the underneath of the boat done relatively soon, but that's going to be quite costly. It's I'm going to attach the name here because I can't remember what it's called, but there's a conference in Cannes where I am at the minute, and it's not my cup of tea. Like, like the rich people are everywhere. I mean everywhere as well. I'm going to take the GoPro while I go to the shop in a minute, but you know, all the catamarans are full of people just all sat having a drink, and they're all loud, and not everyone obviously, but a lot of I've seen in the last few days a lot of rude people, just little things like when you hold the gate open for someone, and nightmare. Don't know if I'm gonna have to cut this out because I'm just moaning about people. But yeah, I've said from the off I would be quite an honest sailing channel, so with this like earning money, I know it's meant to be primarily a sailing channel, and it will be, and I am gonna leave here. At the minute though, while there's the options, or few options to make a bit of money, I just need to think about what to do, because they're not going to come up everywhere I am as easily. And I need to buy a Genoa, I need to buy an autopilot probably. The wind vane's going to be really expensive. Genoa, autopilot, and there was something else major I needed, but I forgot. I'll let you know when I remember. But yeah, so that's the last couple of days. I've been in Cannes now for 17 days maybe, and there's pros and cons. Like, it's a nice port. This week's not nice while they've got this thing on, because it's just busy and it's not really like sailing sort of community, it's rich people community, and this is like the exact opposite of that. So that's that. Yeah I'm just gonna go on and on and on otherwise, but yeah, that's the story. We're gonna get this boat project done. I'm gonna take the GoPro tomorrow so I can show you where I've got to with that. I'm kind of making bits up as I go along. Like, I do know a little bit that I've picked up along the way, but you know, I'm doing it for a cheap price, so, and I think it's going all right. The boat will definitely look better than it does to start, and definitely for the price I'm doing it, I think the people are going to be quite happy with it. That's probably going to pay for me to be in this port for the month. So the problem is now I'm kind of stuck in the port, because until I get paid from that work I can't pay the port. So it is what it is. I'm here in Cannes and it's probably now going to be until the end of March, and I can't believe it's March already. I can't believe March is halfway through, because summer is coming around quite quick now. And you know, the summer, I don't want the summer to be me in a port working. I want the summer to be me out on the boat, sailing around at anchor, and that's the sort of stuff I want to be filming. So I'm trying to leave parts where I can cut this. So as well with the V-berth, you'll have to let me know in the comments if you know you want to see more of like stuff like that. I always find it really difficult when I set off doing something like that to film it. I don't find it too hard to film, you know, sailing or explaining, as you can tell because I talk quite a lot, but when it comes to like me doing something like painting a V-berth, I do find while I'm on my own it's quite hard to get the GoPro somewhere while I record what I'm saying and while doing the work. And then in the mix of all of that, I just made a massive mess, and the GoPro batteries were in like the little charging box and I couldn't find that anywhere, and I got a bit overwhelmed with it all and I just needed to tidy the mess a little bit. The other good thing with this boat work I'm doing is I've charged for materials separate, and a lot of that is going to be fairly reusable, so that's good as well. Right, to the shop. So before I forget to film this, I'm not going to take the GoPro and show you the hordes of people and buses because it's not really relevant to this channel, so I don't want to see it myself, so I'm sure you guys aren't that bothered about it either. After months of not working, I'm struggling not to be late. So I've been up for ages, but I'm still somehow going to be late, so that means staying there longer. Anyway, no worries, just wanted to show you this. Yesterday at the Cabestos shop I've mentioned in previous videos, International Ultra 300 for the anti-fouling, usually $49.99. Said 50% off, so I was expecting it to be 25, but there was also a 12% promotion which actually made this 18 euros. They had 2 tins, so today I'm going to probably pick up the other one as well, so that's good. Right, GoPro batteries today ready in the bag, not forgotten them, so I can record a bit of footage of doing this boat. Just gonna get the rest of my stuff together, then I better set off. Feels strange working. It's good though, like I'm still looking at ways to work remotely more so, because this, you know, there's probably opportunities could come from this, and a friend was saying to me the other day maybe you could turn it into like a business, but then I'll go back to just working. However, yeah, if I'm doing that I may as well work, fixed work, and yeah, don't know why I'm not getting my words out this morning. If I'm gonna work to save some money for the boat, I'd be better off just working. So I don't know, let me know in the comments if you know any good ways to work remotely from my laptop so I can sail and work. And I'm not, none of them like ones that can't actually work. But, anyway, going the wrong way because I changed where I put my bike yesterday. But still good, doing this work will have got me out of a sticky, tricky situation in March because I don't have enough money again. So there's my bike. The guy looked at me like I was a bit crazy when I rocked up the first time on the bike, but I was going to say something stupid then. I may as well say it now anyway, but it's just how I roll, innit? See, stupid. Right. I need to go today because later in the week I need to then do things for my boat because I'm meant to be doing like a boat trip. Don't know why I'm doing that on Sunday, and I can't go when the boat looks like this, so I need like at least 2 days just to get the deck looking good again. It's something I want to do because the boat trip will literally pay for the things I need to finish doing the deck. But my problem is I got a puncture yesterday. I'm in Cannes and it's like a city centre port, and I can't find anywhere close to get a inner tube. And you know, getting these punctures isn't a new thing. Last year when I was at work, I used to cycle from the boat to work every day. I'd get them all the time, so I should just have some in stock. But I do find I buy what I need at the time because, you know, it'd be nice to have a stock of inner tubes, but it's going to be expensive to have a stock of inner tubes. The other issue is my phone bill. I took the money out of my bank earlier in the month and thought I'll just pay it then when I get paid from this work. Been into the phone shop to pay it and I can't pay in cash. So you've got because I was struggling to get a proper French bank account because I've got an address issue. I've got a residency, but I've got an address issue because I live on a boat. But I do have this, which I can top up in the tobacco, so like the tobacconist. However, I rushed back yesterday instead of getting it in a tube because I wanted to pay the phone bill so I could use my phone last night because I don't have any internet.
and the tobacs that state online that they do it, sometimes in France you find they just don't want to do things that they're supposed to do. I have the same thing with my phone insurance at the minute. I've spent months trying to make a claim for a phone that got stolen way back in like July, maybe August, I can't remember exactly when, but that's not happening because every time I go to try to do it, they just don't want to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna go look again at the tobacco, see if I can do that, and then I might have to walk to work. But then I'm gonna get there really late. But I'm gonna have to stay because I've pretty much got till the end of the week, so I need to get the work done now quite quick.
So spring is amongst us, which means some good news today. The Dorades are back. So I've just seen a massive group of them. I've been at work all day, so let's see if I can find them again. They're gone now. The minute I pick up the fishing rod or the GoPro, all fish disappear. So, they've actually just gone. They can't have gone that far. There was literally about 20 of them, all eating all the rubbish off the bottom of my boat. Oh, this happens all the time. It's like that penguin all over again. I don't even think the penguin ended up on a video because I lost the footage. There's one and two. Do we try see if we can spear one from on the pontoon? I just don't like the idea of loading the spear gun on the pontoon. That's the issue. Okay, so thanks for watching this episode. Cannes generally, I was there for quite a while, 2 months, because I ended up doing some work, etc. So that's what's coming up in the next few episodes. But if you bear with me, I do eventually leave, as you know, because if you've seen my update I put on like the other week, I'm out at anchor again now. Just on that note, quickly, because I did leave out here in a bit of a rush and the batteries and everything weren't working, I'm alright, so don't worry. If anyone was worried, I'm alright. But yeah, back to Cannes. That's where I was doing the work on another boat. It didn't end up being like the greatest thing, but it did, however, buy me a few bits I needed for the boat. So looking around, like, I bought some covers for the cushions. I've got some paint that I bought, which will now do the hull and deck one last time, as well as any bits that are left on the interior, because I've got about 2.5, no, is it 2.5 litres of top lac. It might be 1.5 litres. I feel like it's 2.5 litres. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's probably enough. And I've also got 2 tins of anti-fouling because it was on offer. So I'll get onto the boat job in an upcoming video. But yeah, the next few episodes are me in and around Cannes. But as I say, I do eventually leave. And it gets to a point where then the videos get a little bit better. So I know they're never planned out, and like I'm looking back at the footage of being in Cannes and I'm like, what did I do? Because really I kind of just had to do normal life for a bit, but not normal really, because I was having to do it in a place where I've never been before, so well, we did alright though. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. If you could like the video for me, it means a lot. It helps more people see it. I used to watch YouTube videos myself thinking, why does it matter so much? And now here I am saying, please, please, please like the video. And yeah, thank you to everyone who supported me over on the Coffee page, or I don't think anyone's seen the Patreon one yet. But yeah, as I say, the main thing is that I'm happy people are enjoying the videos, so that's good. And yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you next time.